What's happening, everybody? So it's been a while since I last did any vlogging, but what I want to do is I want to vlog my 6-week weight loss. Okay, so the same principles that I teach inside the 6-week lean lifestyle program. So I want to shed a little bit of weight, nothing huge, but lockdown's kind of, I've been sitting down a lot more than I normally would. Normally, my lifestyle is still relatively active, but normally I'd be on my feet a lot more than I have been over these past 2-3 months during lockdown. So I've been sitting around a bit more, maybe been eating a bit more, diet's gone a little bit more lackadaisical than normal, and I've put on a little bit of weight around sort of my midsection that I've never really had before, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm not that bothered about it, but I just fancy shifting a little bit of it. I've got that kind of like roll that kind of comes over your trousers now. When you sit in the car and you kind of got that when the bit of the seatbelt's going across and you kind of got that roll that's going over the top of it. I've never had that before. Well, I probably have like years ago, but in more recent years. And I just want to drop a little bit of weight. So I'm going to document the next 6 weeks going through what people would also go through with the 6-week lean lifestyle program. And I weighed myself this morning. I'm 13 stone 5. So maybe during those 6 weeks I wouldn't mind getting down to around about 13. I'm going to be doing some progress pictures because the numbers on the scale don't particularly bother me that much. It's more how I generally feel about myself, how I feel within my clothes, and if I like what I see within the mirror. And another, huge factor of things. The scales have never really been something that particularly bother me. I don't actually really weigh myself that often. So when I got on the scales this morning, I was 13.5. I have no idea what I was pre-lockdown. I have no idea what I was last year. Because I never really weigh myself. I prefer going on how I feel, how often I'm exercising, how I'm doing within the gym, how I feel within my clothes, how I feel with what I see looking back at me within the mirror. So I'm going to be taking you through this with me so that you guys can kind of see, because I'm all about people not having to cut out foods they enjoy to lose weight, getting away from those restrictive yo-yo diets. So this is me losing weight over 6 weeks. And I'm not going to feel restricted. I'm not really going to feel like I'm on a diet. I'm definitely not going to be cutting out anything entirely from my diet. I have a sweet tooth. There will still be chocolate within my diet. I'm not really a big alcohol drinker anyway, so that's quite easy for me. I don't consume a lot of calories a week from alcohol. Maximum maybe have 1 or 2 beers at the weekend. I'm just generally not really that bothered about alcohol. So some other people watching this, you might be a big alcohol drinker and you have to realise you might have to cut some things down, but you don't have to eliminate them altogether. So you might have to cut down on the amount of alcohol you're consuming or switch to a different type of drink. And the same with chocolate, you might have to cut down on it, or you might have to switch to a different type, which is calorifically better. But you don't have to remove it from your diet to lose weight. And this is what I want to show people over these 6 weeks. So the time now is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So already today I have been up early this morning. 15:23. My watch is telling me what the time is. I didn't ask it. I've been up early this morning, trained a client at 7 o'clock this morning. Then did a live workout into my community group, my Facebook community group, which all my clients are in. So I've done a workout today, sort of like a 20-minute full body workout. So far today, I've had breakfast, just had lunch. So for breakfast this morning, I had an English muffin with some butter and some jam, and then a protein yogurt. And that's a pretty standard breakfast for me most mornings. And I had a pear as well. And then I had, for lunch, we've just literally had a fresh baguette with bacon in it for lunch. Okay, and all of this is within my diet. So I'm going to be tracking my calories. It's something I do when I want to lose a bit of weight. It's not something that I do all the time, and it's a good way of learning what is in certain foods and how to take control of your own diet with the foods that you enjoy. The problem with a lot of diets that people go on is it's restrictive of foods they enjoy. It's following an approach that is not sustainable for them for the future. You know, I'm not removing any foods from my diet. I'm just altering things and manipulating things, and need a bit of motivation just to lose a bit, and a bit of a process to follow. Okay, a step-by-step process to follow to get me there. But I'm not cutting anything out. And this is where diets go wrong, is that you follow something that doesn't suit your lifestyle and you can't imagine yourself doing in 6 months or a year's time. Whereas everything that I'm doing, I can keep this up because it is just readjusting some habits and adjusting the calories and stuff, but it's within the food preferences that I enjoy still. So it's going to be sustainable. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the process of what I'm going to be doing over these 6 weeks, which will give you an idea of what goes down within the 6-week lean lifestyle program and what we're trying to achieve. So on my trusty whiteboard here, I have broken down my calories and how I'm going to work it and how it's going to work for me. Now, my pen is actually running out. My whiteboard pen, so you may not be able to see that clearly, but it doesn't matter because I can run you through the information. So my weight currently at the start of this is 13 stone 5 pounds. Okay, I wouldn't mind getting down to around 13 stone, so losing roughly around 5 pounds over this 6 weeks. Okay, again, like I said, I'm not particularly that bothered about the weight. I'm more bothered about a lot of the other outcomes, getting some good habits in there, getting some results, getting into a good training plan, you know, feeling good, and, you know, liking what I see back in the mirror. But that gives me a rough guideline of a goal weight I might be trying to aim for, and you know, I'll jump on the scales. So I'll be jumping on the scales every morning to track my weight. With male clients of mine, you can get away with tracking your weight every single day. And because normally there's not a huge amount that's going to fluctuate a man's weight unless they're consuming too many calories, or unless they've had a really carbohydrate dense day the day before and they're retaining a bit of water. It should steadily go down or stay the same. Whereas with a female, slightly different. I wouldn't have them weighing themselves daily. It's completely different because there's going to be a lot of things that's going to fluctuate a female client's weight throughout the process of a diet. So I wouldn't recommend daily weighing. And also kind of the psychological thing, I find that with my male clients, they don't let, if their weight goes up one day, dictate their mood for that day too much. Whereas with women, I find generally, not all women, but generally if they're weighing themselves daily and their weight fluctuates up by £1 or £2 one day, they let that affect their mental state of mind too much for that day. Which can have a negative effect on their diet. Okay, so 2,625 calories a day is my deficit. That's how much I need to consume a day to be in a deficit. Now, this is just a starter. I might adjust this as I go along. This is through the calculation that I've done and the information that I've worked this out on, is around 2,625 calories a day. Now, it could be less, could be more, could be grossly underestimating, which is okay because it just means that I'll lose weight a bit quicker. But it might be too much, so I might need to reduce it a little bit. So that is my calorie deficit. Now, over 7 days, so I multiply that by 7 because I want to look at it throughout the week, 18,375 calories across 7 days. Now, the reason I want to know it across 7 days is because on different days, I'm going to be consuming different amounts of calories because that suits my lifestyle better. And this is something that we'll run over in the 6-week lean lifestyle program. 2,200 calories Monday to Friday is what I'm aiming for. Okay, 2,200 calories. So I'm not going for the 2,625. The reason for that being is because at the weekends is when I like to chill out. It's when I like to relax. It's when I like to maybe get a takeaway. It's when I like to consume a few more calories. Maybe I want to sit there on my Friday or my Saturday evening and watch a film in the evening when the kids are in bed, or even with the kids, and have a nice load of chocolate or some ice cream. So what I've done is 2,200 calories I'm aiming for Monday to Friday, because I want to take the rest of those calories and I want to add them to my weekend. So now that means for 2 days at the weekend, now I've done it as Saturday and Sunday, but it might even be Friday and Saturday, depending on what the week is. Saturday and Sunday, 3,687 calories a day that allows me. Now I can fit a decent amount of food in there. You know, I could get a takeaway and I could have a decent amount of chocolate. You know, I'm not going to be restricted. I'm still going to be able to do the things I enjoy doing at the weekend. You know, it might be I can go and take the kids to McDonald's. Well, a Big Mac meal is about 900 calories. I'm easily going to be able to fit that into the 3,687 calories I've got to play with. And I could possibly even go home that night and have half a tub of Ben & Jerry's and fit that in there as well. So this is the reason why mine is like this, because at the weekends is when I like to chill, I like to relax. It's when I like to relax my diet. You know, we've been cooking all week, we're setting that rigid weekday routine. I don't particularly then want to be cooking on a Friday evening or cooking on a Saturday evening. We maybe want to get a takeaway. That's just how we work. So this process works for me. So across those 2 days, I've got 7,375 calories to consume over those 2 days. Okay? Then add those up together, that comes to 18,375. So across the 7 days, I'm still in that calorie deficit that I need to be in to lose weight. But I'm being able to consume foods I enjoy, I'm being able to live my lifestyle the way that I enjoy it. So it doesn't feel like a strict and rigid diet for me. Okay, this is everything that I teach with inside the 6-week lean lifestyle program, because this is what it's all about. This is how you get and you keep results. Okay, so around that, my workouts and stuff. So I traditionally always aim for about three full body workouts a week. So strength based, kind of full body, could be like circuit style. This morning was a 20-minute workout of full body exercises, kind of in a bit of a circuit style, within the Fitness Dad community Facebook group. So 3 times full body strength training workouts a week, anywhere between 20 minutes and an hour for each one. And then 2 runs a week. So at the moment, I'm trying to improve my running. I'm trying to get fitter and better at running. 5K, I'm just trying to improve my 5K run time. So that is what I'm focusing on at the moment. So 2 runs a week. Some weeks I'll do more. You know, some weeks I might be feeling good, might have a bit more time on my hands, might do another workout, might do another run, might throw in a cycle. And then 10K steps a day is my goal, kind of minimum. But, you know, if I get out, if I have a busy day and I, you know, walk the dog as well, so we've got a dog as well, so I walk the dog daily, hitting 10K steps a day is pretty easy. During lockdown, it has changed a bit. So again, this is why I want to do this, to get back into those good habits and get back into the swing of things. So this is all of the exercise I'm going to be doing. This is how my diet's going to work. This is where I'm distributing my calories throughout these 6 weeks. Now that number, like I said, might change. It might go up, it might go down, depending on whether I'm losing weight or whether my weight's staying exactly the same. Okay, so first step is I need to get some progress pictures taken, ready to be able to look back on as I go through this process. So literally front on, side on, and back. Okay, and then that is literally it. So I want to kind of get rid of this kind of chunkiness around here. So front on. I'm also desperate for a haircut. Back. And then side. So I just kind of want to, you know, get rid of this little bit of love handles around here. So that is literally the start of the process. Worked out my calories, put a plan in place, steps in place, progress pictures done. I know my start weight and I'm ready to get started with everything. Okay, so just got back from a 5K run. So since the beginning of lockdown, I've been running more often. Never really been much of a runner before that. Never really enjoyed it that much. I probably started maybe just before lockdown, going out for a run, doing 5K, and just gradually trying to improve it. And quite often I go with a dog as well. I've got like this little thing that goes around your waist and then attaches to him so he can just run next to me the whole time. So I've been trying to improve my 5k run time, and definitely have improved, because when I first started going out running, I had to stop a few times on my 5k run route. And at the beginning I was only doing it once a week. I've now started doing it twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. But like only just increased that the past couple of weeks. And I've got down here, so I track it, been tracking it on my Apple Watch. So tonight's run was like 4.92k, so basically 5k. And let's click on there, get the thing. 26 minutes 14 seconds. You could probably say 25 minutes, because the dog done a poo part way through, and that probably took about a minute to pick that up, take it over to the poo bin, etc. So probably about 25 minutes. And I've been struggling to get it any quicker than that, but like anything, it's just consistency, turning up, like not beating yourself up about the fact that, you know, you're not losing weight fast enough, or that isn't improving fast enough. Or the thing is, at the moment, because a lot of people have been doing like couch to 5k, and a lot of people have been running more often than not because the gyms are closed and everything, people are posting their 5k times on like Instagram and everything, and you're kind of looking at it, and it's that comparison thing. You're looking at it and you're thinking, God, how's that dude managing to do 5k in such a faster time than me? Or do you know what I mean? But it's different people, different things, and it's consistency. As long as I turn up, do those 2 runs a week, gradually increase that, gradually increase, you know, getting it to 3 times a week, and then maybe more, then that 5k run time is going to come down. It's going to increase, you're going to improve. It's just consistency and repetition. In terms of like running, I'm only early days into it, and like it's just the same as someone coming to me and saying, you know, I've been doing this weight loss thing for like a month now, and I've not lost all the weight that I want to lose. It's like you've got to be patient with these things. So did that this evening, and then so for dinner tonight we have got shepherd's pie, so lean minced beef, 5% fat, cup of mashed potato is what I put into my Fitness Pal, and then we have some vegetables with that as well. Before I went for a run, I had half a banana, and then had the other half when I just got back from the run now. So far today, that takes my calories up to 1,698. I'll probably have another piece of fruit or 2, like an apple and a kiwi, so there's another couple of 100 calories there. I don't necessarily feel like I have been dieting today. You know, I've got 250 to 300 calories left to have a little bit of chocolate this evening with a cup of tea. And I don't feel like that's been a ridiculously strict diet today. But basically, if I keep that sort of consistency up Monday to Friday, that gives me a decent amount of calories to have a bit of fun with at the weekends. And that is, you know, kind of how you make dieting more sustainable. You take the diet you already have, you make the adjustments necessary, you hit the right amount of calories, you need to be in a calorie deficit, and you make tweaks and changes to your lifestyle, your habits and everything, so that everything falls into place, and you are dieting whilst, yes, increasing, you know, good, healthy, nutrient-dense food and trying to think about health, but also enjoyment. Like, there's the enjoyment of food as well is important, and the fact that, you know, we take a lot of enjoyment out of our food at the same time. So to strip foods out of your lifestyle to try and lose weight, you are making yourself that little bit more miserable, which makes it a diet seem really hard to stick to, which then means when you get to your result, you're going to find it very difficult to maintain that body weight you feel happy at, because you've got there doing something that is unsustainable and made you a bit miserable, and you had to suffer to get there. Whereas taking this approach, and the approach that I teach people, you know, teach all of my one-on-one coaching clients and teach people inside the 6-week lean lifestyle program, is how to lose weight around the foods that you enjoy and making smaller adaptations to your own lifestyle. Okay, so that is vlog 1 of this mini series, this 6-week lockdown weight loss journey that I'm on. You know, get rid of that kind of what lockdown fluff that I've built, and take you guys along to see how and what I teach clients and what we go through in the 6-week lean lifestyle program. So I'll see you guys in the next vlog, where we are going to run through a full day of what I eat. Stay safe.